This is my 2007 Chevy Corvette Z06 for sale. I've had a few out-of-state buyers that have shown interest in buying the car, so I figured I'd shoot a little video to show everything off. As you can see in the pictures, the paint on the car is absolutely perfect. There's really nothing on there at all. No scratches anywhere, no scrapes, no cracks, no swirl marks, no nothing. There are a couple things I want to go over with you though, so there are no surprises if you do buy the car sight unseen. So I guess we can actually start from the front. In a few emails with some of you, I did mention the front splitter. I don't know if you can really tell in the video, but my driveway is at a bit of an angle, so unfortunately if you don't come in absolutely perfectly, you will end up scraping the front splitter. I don't know if this is really going to show up on video, but this is really the worst of it. Kind of scuffs all along the bottom of the splitter itself. There's actually a bit of a crack right there. These really aren't that expensive to replace. They only cost about $100, but I figured there's really no point in replacing it because every time I go in the driveway it's just going to happen again. So the splitter is a little bit rough, but it's not really too bad, and it's not really something you have to take care of right away. There is a clear bra on the front of the car. You probably can't even see the cut lines in the video. It does not go up onto the hood, so it actually stops right here along the edge. You can kind of see the cut line perhaps right around the badge. And then at the front of the lip, you can probably see it a little bit on the video. The cut line's right down the middle there. Somewhat noticeable here, only because I have some wax kind of caked along the edges, but unless you're really looking for it, you can't really tell that the cut lines are there with the clear bra. Lights and everything are fine, nothing to mention there. The clear bra that continues onto the side windows, or excuse me, side mirrors, a little bit of it has actually kind of peeled off the corner here. I was thinking about just peeling it off the entire mirror as a whole, but I figured I'd just leave it on there. But as you can see, it was put on when the car was new, so there are no chips on the bumper, no chips on the side mirrors or anything like that. So I guess onto the wheels. Wheels, tires, brakes, everything looks good. The tires are only about 3,000 miles old. The tires cost about $2,000 to replace, so it's a good thing that they're pretty much brand new. Brakes look good. I actually took the wheel off a little while ago and checked. There's still plenty of life left on the pads. The rotors look great. There are no curb marks on any of the wheels, although you might be able to see there is a little bit of a mark there. When the installers were putting the new tires on, they kind of ended up scratching the corner of the wheel there. I think one or two of the other wheels have similar, very small marks, but not really noticeable. Moving on to the side of the car, no rock chips or anything here. Not much going along the side. The side vent here, this is kind of notorious on a Z06 to pick up rock chips. It looks like the plastic itself has kind of taken the most of it. You might be able to see there's a couple little chips right alongside the paint there, but that plastic vent really kind of took the most of the impact. There's a few chips alongside that, but again, that's a piece that's pretty much next to nothing to replace. Moving on to the back wheel, yeah, this one actually looks pretty good. There's no damage or anything on here. It looks like there's a little bit of a smudge or paint that's come off of there, but pretty small mark. Let's see. Moving on to the back of the car, really not much to say here. Everything is pretty much perfect. Stock exhaust. Everything's stock on the car. I've never changed anything. Other than the clear bra and other than the tinted windows, there really has been nothing done to the car at all. The tint on the window, I don't know if you can really tell from the video, it's tinted 35%, so it's not too dark. That's the legal limit in Massachusetts. I like it, so. Onto the other back wheel. Again, no damage, no nothing here. You can kind of tell there's a really little kind of scrape that goes alongside the corner of the wheel there. Again, that probably happened when they were changing the tires over. Again, the side vent on this side, more of the same. It looks like the plastic has a bit of chipping on it, but the paint looks pretty good alongside it. There's a little bit right there. Moving on to the front, some Yeah, there's a little bit right there. There is actually a paint code that you can get for this comp gray as touch-up paint, and I've been meaning to do that, but I never really got around to it. But you can actually get a little stick of touch-up paint and cover that up. But from about 2 or 3 feet away, you can't even tell that it's there. So I guess we'll move on to the inside of the car. That pretty much covers everything on the outside. Interior is pretty much perfect. The seats look great. I do use leather conditioner on them every now and then, so they stay in good shape. There's really not much as far as wrinkles and stuff like that go, which I know are kind of notorious with these cars. Door skins look good. One thing to mention here, I don't know if you can really tell, but there is a little bit of a paint chip that came off of one of the AC buttons, but not too bad. Steering wheel and everything's in good shape. Let's see, the one other thing down here on the floor mat is you can see kind of how the buttons are supposed to work. The top part of the button on this side came off. Floor mat stays in place, but just wanted to mention that as well. So we can actually go under the hood now. And everything looks like new under here. Car only has 20,000 miles on it. Like I said, no mods, no nothing. Don't race the car or anything like that. Keep it looking pretty clean. I guess the only thing to note under here, let me go on to the other side. Someone must have used some sort of chemical or something to wipe this down. So the little sticker here, the warning sticker about whatever they're warning, looks a little funny because I don't know, I think someone just went over that with a harsh chemical or something and kind of messed that up. But other than that, there really is nothing to say in here. Everything looks fine. So I guess we can actually start the car up now. Again, I mentioned that it is on a stock exhaust. However, I have pulled the fuse. If you're familiar with how the exhaust system on a Z06 works, it's just this little fuse here. You can take it in or out to leave the flaps open in the exhaust. So, start it up. I have no idea how this is going to sound on a phone, but give it a shot. And it's a cold start. The needle's just off the 100 point. It is actually pretty warm out here today. It was about close to 100 over the last couple days, actually. You can see the odometer. We're at 2442. I have been driving the car around since I put the ad up. You might be able to see the heads-up display there. That obviously works fine, the G-meter and everything. Step outside, you can hear the exhaust. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, I think that kind of covers just about everything on the car. If you have any questions or if you wanted to see anything specifically, just let me know and I'll do that for you. So again, 2007 Corvette Z06 for sale. Thanks.